Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It is me, Kay, and I am here today to discuss Beyond the Gate Season 2, Episode 105. Y'all, I just really need to know y'all thoughts for real, because I feel like this fundraiser had a lot going on, but it didn't at the same time. Is that weird? I also feel like it was giving very soapy, like the drama was like at a 10. Where do I even begin? I'm just gonna talk in random order because y'all, I'm gonna recant to y'all the things that I remember or things that stuck out to me. First of all, Haley, I seen you slide that ring off, girl. What you think you doing? Flirting with Cal. Just because bought you a drink. Bill was wrong, don't get me wrong. Bill was wrong for not bringing that lady a drink. Okay, because that is his wife and that is his plus one. He just up and just left her. Knowing that she ain't the most favorite person. Honestly, I'm surprised Bill even showed up to the fundraiser, let's be honest with you. Because him and Ted just had a scene a couple of episodes ago about how not showing up to family events or how he don't get invited to family events or whatever like that. But Bill, in this episode specifically, I'm going to extend you grace because you did step in with that whole little situation with Joey. But we're going to get to that. Yeah, he just left Haley high and dry. So Haley done found her man. And see, this kind of event right here is events that people like Haley and Leslie don't need to be at. Because there's a whole lot of rich people in the room. And Haley is probably plotting on her next victim after she take Bill out. Poor Kyle. But yeah, Kyle just walked up to her and was flirting. Now, it's given that Kyle is a playboy. Now, I don't know much about Young and the Restless because I have been very tapped out for many years. That was something, that I grew up on watching, not on purpose, but because it was adult in the room and I had to because that was their show. But I was too young to remember anything that was going on. But I do remember Victor, and I do remember Jack. Now, I just thought that was weird. But I do like how they crossed over all the characters and how they gave like a backstory on how each character knows each other. Sidebar. Best outfits at the shindig. Chelsea looked amazing. Naomi looked amazing. And I'm not going to tug on Naomi wig this episode because Naomi won't the problem this time. It was Vanessa. I'm telling you, either between episodes, it's either Naomi or Vanessa I'm going to have to tug at their wig a little bit. But today, it will be Vanessa. Back to Haley. Haley, girl, you ain't slick. You ain't slick, sis. Then when the speech started, or when Vernon was introducing Victor, you gonna try to slide your rings back on. Girl. Anywho's Vanessa. What, and I probably done said this 3,000 million times, but what aggravates me about Vanessa is how she tries to make Joey accepted in this society. They don't like Joey, sis. Stop trying to push the issue. I understand that Joey is your man, but you could have at least extended your two best friends the common decency and courtesy not to show up to their family event for a fundraiser with all them good, nice, rich, wealthy people in there and have Joey in there. Now, I ain't no judge, but there is a time and a place, sister. A fundraising event won't it. And then, not only did you bring him, when they said something to you about it, you tried to be combative. Joey used the word tigress. I'm going to use the word combative. You try to be combative about them confronting you about it. Talking about something, well, we're not leaving. Excuse me, ma'am. If he going to get them security, you is going to be leaving. And you is going to be embarrassed. So you might as well just go ahead, you and Joey, and trot y'all little hips right on out the fundraiser. Because I don't even know why you even came up in here with him. You already know how they rocking, and you know they don't rock with Joey, and you know the extent to which Joey and Martin don't get along. So why you even brought him up in here, girl? I don't even know. Vanessa is not their friend, and I'm gonna need for Nicole specifically and Danny to drop her like a hot tamale. No, ma'am, because she disrespectful. She disrespectful because y'all would have never did that if something was going on with Doug or whatever like that, have you, and her kids, and you would have never did that because y'all support her. But you see how she do you? She just trifling. That's what she is. She trifling. And girl, don't nobody care how much you paid to get into this event. Well, you wasted your money. Hope you was glad to give your donation, sister, because you gonna be outside this function. And where was her and Joey at? On the outside of the function, on the couch, sipping a drink, because you won't inside. She just aggravate me. Like, girl, don't nobody even like Joey. Joey don't even like these people. Why you brought him even here? Why you brought him here? I don't even understand. Like, and then first thing Martin said when he see him, or who told him? Was it Smitty? No, the manager, the event manager. Shout out to you, sir, because you was on your piece of cues. You are doing your job. You deserve a bonus. Because why? Because why is Joey here? We know Joey tried to manipulate Martin about running for this primary, for this seat he trying to get. Trying to bribe him and stuff. And Vanessa, you already know Joey's in a hot seat because people think that what happened at the free clinic was his fault, or the blasphemy ring. Everybody think it's his fault or he involved. So why would you do that? Just tasteless. Talking about you gonna tell Nicole it's gonna cause a scene. It's gonna cause more of a scene if security come over here and get us. Okay, then if it's gonna cause more of a scene, they actually leave. Walk and have yourself out. I don't understand. Walk out. Anywho, as we know, Jacob decided to work, which I wonder what he's doing since Barrington County it was under a tornado watch. But either way, Jacob ain't come to the event. So Naomi went and convinced Ashley. At first, Ashley didn't want to go, but she convinced Ashley. She had the car. Now, I was wondering where Ashley was going to get dressed from. You just got a gown on standby like that? Maybe Naomi had her alternate gown in the car or something. I don't know. But nonetheless, Ashley and Naomi look cute. Ashley looked cute with her little updo, her off-the-shoulder dress. That was cute. I was happy that Ashley got out because, you know, Ashley is another one who we got tug on all the time. And I'm over her feeling guilty about Derek. I understand that, you know, she wish she would have made her decision differently, but you didn't. So this is just something that she don't have to, I'm not gonna say get over quickly because it's still fresh, but it's just something she'll have to move past. Cause she can't stay sitting in the house all the time. She just can't stay cooped up in her apartment. But yeah. Anastasia, first of all, who invited her here? I thought this was a private event. I didn't think this was like a ticketed event where you could go log on to martin.com and get you a ticket and come to my event. Because I'm just like, who invited Anastasia? Anastasia, you just like Leslie. You obsessed with the priest too, sister. Why? Because who are you to walk up to Ashley and make her feel bad about Derek's perishing? Where is your granddaughter at? Where is your granddaughter at? You need to be with your granddaughter. Where is she at? Why are you even at Martin's event, for real? That's what we want to know. Just stirring the pot. And she that type of affluent person that's just got bad attitudes. You know, some affluent people can be just so down to earth and be willing to be so giving. And then some of them can just be so snooty and just have the nastiest attitudes. And that's Anastasia. Because why are you here? They should have had somebody at the door checking tickets and checking to see if your name was on the list. Where was the bouncer at? Because why is she here? Golly. Just such a pretty person that's just so ugly on the inside. Anyway, so Ashley went up to the bridal suite with Danny. Danny saw Anastasia dig her claws into her. And so Danny went up to the bridal suite with her while Naomi went to go talk to Bill about Madison. Where is Madison? Madison, why you ain't at the thing? Did they say why Madison ain't at the function? Because where is Madison at? Because Kat is here with Tomas. And Tomas trying to work the room, trying to get clientele, because Bill talking about this is the perfect time to get clientele. Is it, Bill? This, what? I guess. I'm just like, Bill. I don't understand. Anywho's. So, y'all, first of all, how was Leslie able to sneak to the party? Even me and you got the same question, sister. How your mama getting this party? She was not on the list. She was not invited. And she tried to sneak in with that hood on her head. Joey thought he was her sister. His sister, I'm sorry. Girl, what are you doing here? Why are you so pressed? And did y'all see when she slid into that conversation with Devon and Anita and Vernon? They was talking about adding Barbara's vocals to the new Articulates album, and she tried to like pity her way into talking about some, well, ask the daughter of a mother who didn't get to know her. Leslie, please. Leslie don't a bit more care about Barbara. Like, she's just trying to one up them. Girl, please. And then she went up to that lady, Jack wife. I can't remember her name right now. Apparently, Jack's wife was shiesty. Y'all can fill me in about that down below if you want to. But Leslie went and tried to pull her card at the party and was like, well, how did you do it? How did you get people to be more accepting of you? Miss Mamas, don't tell her that, because that's the last thing she need to know. Because this event done got wrecked by her. She already wrecked the anniversary party a year ago. And they still trying to get over that disaster. And why y'all always like to have these nice big functions and something tragic go on? Beyond the Gates is starting to become Degrassi. It's starting to become Degrassi because what's really going on for real? First, it was the wedding. Then it was the anniversary party. Now it's Martin's speech. Oh, and let's not forget Cotillion. Like, something. Can we just have a nice event where don't nothing go down? Now we got to have a natural disaster happening at the fundraising event. It's monsooning outside. Cats, dogs, and all kind of animals is coming down from the sky. And now the wind blowing. Of course, Danny walks out of the bridal suite and onto the elevator right before the power goes out, right? It would have been so proper if she did, right? But now that it's seen, listen, Danny and Bill. Danny, don't you be talking all that junk about Bill, girl, and you backslide. I'm just saying, because Danny, I will be tugging at your wig next if you go in that elevator and backslide. Second of all, that reminds me, Bill, who are you to come into your function anyway while Danny is standing there with her current husband and you sitting there wondering what kind of new ring she got on? Why you worried about it? Your wife right there. Why you worried about it? Why you worried about it, Bill? Why you so hateful? Why you hating? You jealous? That lady begged you for your family. And now that she done decided to create a new family, you want to be mad. Why you at her nephew's event? Oh, okay. Bill, no, don't do that. Don't do that, Bill. But Danny, don't do that. I'm not even playing with you, Danny, because for real, Andre was looking for you. And Andre already peeped. Because, Danny, what you had going on with Devon? We need to know. Because that was a little bit of flirt. That was a little bit of flirt before his wife came up. And I was just like, who is this lady? That was a little bit of flirt. Mm-hmm. Now, Danny just might be one of them naturally flirtatious people. You know, some people just be flirting. They don't know they be flirting. Maybe that's her. I don't know. But nonetheless, Andre was like, I'm glad I came up and I'm glad he got a wife because I felt the vibe. I said, ooh. Girl, Danny, please don't play with him. Don't play with him. He gave you his heart, Danny. Do not play with him, Danny. I don't want to have to tuck at your wig, Danny, because you don't play the Andre face after that man that gave you everything. This would be the moment if you did something that would send him spiraling. I'm not even kidding. Like, please. Also, poor Eva. Poor Eva. Eva at the event. Eva at the event. And a reporter come up to her and she just thinking, she making her rounds to say something nice to a reporter. Reporter asking for a quote. That lady tried to manipulate Eva into giving some kind of scandalous information. Poor Eva. Kat did save her nonetheless. But I'm just like, can y'all please just not clash heads at this event tonight? I just need for y'all to act like a happy family for these good people and these reporters and these people that's in here, these camera people, these paparazzis. We need for y'all to act like a nice, happy family. Everyone knows that Eva is the illegitimate child, Kat. You don't gotta rub it in her face tonight. She already feels it, okay? And then when the power go out, Kat gonna call her mama the wicked witch of the West. I'm just like, Lord have mercy. Kat, Eva ain't even on her mama's side. She don't want you to give her grief about this, girl. Also, I peeped that Nicole didn't have no date. So I'm just like, oh my God, Ted done bought Shanice to this function. Nicole ain't got no date. And you know what? I thought what Nicole did was proper because I just feel like she didn't need no date to this function. I kind of wish now that I kind of wish now that Ted didn't bring Shanice. I'm off the Ted and Shanice bus. I am off the Ted and Shanice bus. Shanice is nice and all. That's my homegirl. But, girl, you have somebody else. I don't want you with Ted. Plus, Ted and Nicole got this vibe thing going on. I don't know what's going on, but they ain't figured it out yet. They still, like, hanging. They still hanging, girl. They don't know what's going on. And we don't either, girl. Because if we did, girl, I would tell you. I don't know what's going on, girl. So, something funny. There's some feelings dangling. And then, whatever travesty is about to happen at this Martin's fundraiser event, this probably is going to be what brings Ted and Nicole back together. Mm-hmm. Oh, gosh, Shanice finna get her heart broke. I hate that for my sister. I hate it. I hate that for my sister. She finna get her heart broke. Mm-hmm. All Martin wanted to do was gain funds for his campaign. It's a whole natural disaster happening. It's a natural disaster happening, and they done had to rush everybody out the ballroom into the hallways. Right when Martin was about to get his speech. I hope Samantha and Tyrell okay, because they wasn't. And why wasn't Samantha and Tyrell there again? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. And then it was just for me on the way out the door. Smitty tells Martin, "Come on, Martin, let's go." Martin's just like, "I want to lead the people out the way. That's proper courtesy, Martin, because this is your function. And if anybody gets hurt, it's gonna be, oh, they got hurt at Martin function." So Smitty told him not to be the hero. I was just like, oh, guys, it's foreshadowing because he finna save somebody's life. The chandelier is looking unsteady. Who is Martin gonna save from the chandelier? Of course, the episode would end with us looking at the chandelier. We don't know what's going on. And the window busted. Everybody on the floor under the tables. First of all, them people weren't moving fast enough for me, no way. Because once I heard that boom, boom, thrash, as soon as Martin said, y'all, it's a tornado warning, everybody need to make their way, I would have been the first one out the door in the hallway. Because what you mean? And stay away from the windows and what they say, the windows and something else. The electricity went out. Kat and Eva. I think this situation is gonna bring Kat and Eva together as well, because I think they're gonna have to work together. Something gonna go down. I don't know who they're gonna have to save. Might be Martin, or I don't know. What's today? Thursday? Oh yeah, the episode today probably gonna be juicy. Probably gonna be juicy. And I'm just like, now how y'all gonna have a crossover episode where all the Young and Restless people is here and y'all had them going through a natural disaster? They're not gonna want to come back to Maryland. They're not gonna want to come back to Maryland. They're from Wisconsin? Young and Restless take place in Wisconsin? That was different. I never heard of Genuine City. Or, I don't know if I said it right either. I never heard of that place, though. I don't know much about Wisconsin. I'm from the South. Ooh, y'all heard my stomach growl. Yeah, y'all, it's just a lot going on. It was a lot. I'm like, Lord, you know when a show got a lot of characters, but all the characters never be in the same place, but today they all in the same place? Jacob, is you gonna check on your wife to make sure she all right in the tornado? I just want to know. Naomi and Ashley say they up there in the bridal suite. I don't know if no windows up there, but they safe. Excuse me. I don't know how. Where did Isaiah go? Even with just with Isaiah. We're gonna have to see, y'all. We're gonna have to see what's going on. It's a lot of moving parts. It's a lot of moving parts. But yeah, what y'all think about this episode? Drop down below and let me know. I feel like everything was smooth sailing. Not really. But you know. It wasn't much going on. You just like whoop, 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 whoop the whole time because you're trying to figure out like what's going on. They setting up the scene. But I did have to give Vanessa a week because Vanessa tried it. Girl, that would be the end of our friendship for the third time. I don't know, because Nicole, girl, no. She got to go. And Nicole called herself coming up here trying to de-escalate. I'm not de-escalating nothing. Vanessa need to leave. Ted already done came over there and said, "This is my son event, dip." Hello. Verna already said, "This is my grandson event over here. Get out and dip." Hello. You sitting there trying to argue with Verna Dupree, girl? Please. Vanessa, you tried it. But yeah, y'all. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with episode 106. Deuces.